Hi there. In this video, we'll be covering, should you self-publish your first book? Self-publishing your book is an empowering process. No gatekeeping, no approvals, no long unnecessary delays. But at the same time, traditional publishing obviously has its benefits too. Let's find the right path for your book. By the end of this video, you will learn some of the reasons why you should traditionally publish, the power of speed in bringing your book to market, and why self-publishing is so powerful for platform growth. And stay tuned until the end of the video for an opportunity I really think you're going to enjoy. Let's dive in. I'm super excited that you want to publish your book. I think it's amazing. I think it's incredible. I think it's awesome that you want to put your message out there and share it with the world. Go for it, do it. Dig deep within yourself and keep going. Your book is worth it. Your book matters. Your book needs to be out there in the world. However, with all that said, the traditional publishing world works differently than self-publishing. Traditional publishing is all about how much money can the traditional book publisher make off of specific titles. Yes, they like publishing things that they believe in and support, but it's really about how much money the traditional publisher can make and how much they think that this can move the needle. So they have different goals than you might as the author of said book. At the same time, traditional publishing is typically reserved for people with bigger platforms, opportunities to sell books, books on very significant topics, public topics, popular topics. There's specific books that people are interested in for traditional publishing, and most of the books that are produced don't fall into that category. I think of the first book that I ever started working on. It was a biography about a baseball player named Ken Caminiti. I started writing it in 2012, and I got a book deal on it in 2020 and published it in 2022. So it was a 10-year process. At the same time, in the meantime, I started book ghostwriting and writing books for other people. So there were other books that I was working on that came to market before the baseball book, but the baseball book was the first one that I was working on. So this topic is near and dear to my heart. For that book, if I had self-published it, it would have been diminished. It would have been less than. People would have questioned it. Just because it's on a popular topic. Here's a world famous baseball player who had a significant career. He was a major league MVP. You know, he talked about steroid use openly and blew the lid open to steroid use in the game. He died of a drug overdose far too soon in 2004. His life was interesting and tragic, and his story deserved to be out there in book form. I was really proud and honored to be able to tell that story. If I wasn't able to get a traditional book publishing deal on that book, it would have sent a signal to everybody who read it and picked it up. Like, maybe this isn't as well done. You know, maybe this isn't ready. Maybe this isn't something worth reading. Thankfully, luckily, I put in the work and was able to get a traditional publishing deal through Abrams Press, and I was really proud of that. Most books aren't like that, and with most books, I wouldn't even aim for traditional publishing. For the people I worked with who self-published, some of them had such massive outcomes for their book: six-figure revenue growth, business opportunities, speaking engagements, satisfaction of knowing that they did the job. They did this job well, and they succeeded in telling the story and documenting their family. There's so many things that can unlock from self-publishing or traditional publishing. So just because you traditionally publish a book doesn't mean it's going to have bigger outcomes than a self-published book. It just means different paths. Some of the biggest books I've worked on have been self-published, and I'm super proud of that. I'm really proud to see how these books, regardless of publishing path, have broken through. When you think about what path is right for you, I want you to think about your own needs and goals. What do you want to accomplish through this book? If it's platform growth, if it's business opportunities, if it's leads, if it's keynote addresses, I would self-publish. If your goal is to inform and entertain people, and you have a big platform, you have a big social media platform, you have a big email list, you have lots of influential friends, I would traditionally publish. Ultimately, traditional publishing favors proven platforms. People with big platforms are easier to get traditional publishing deals. If you have a smaller platform, the obstacles are in your path. You can get a traditional deal, but maybe you don't need one. So when you think about should you self-publish your first book, it really depends. Is the book on a popular topic? Do you have a platform? Do you have opportunities to promote and sell your book? If you answered yes to all those things, go for a traditional publishing. It's going to be a lift for you. At the same time, if you don't have some of those things or all of those things, self-publish. It's fine. There's nothing wrong with self-publishing. The thing I love about self-publishing is that there's no gatekeeping. There's no one telling you no. You know, when I pitched around that Ken Caminiti book, I spent 6 months sending around query letters and book proposals, waiting for somebody to say yes. Thankfully, my agent Joe Perry said yes, and thankfully Abrams Press said yes. You know, but it was a nightmare. I despise that process, and yet I love the rejections. I adore the rejections. I crave them. I desire them. It's like, you know, asking people out on dates and they say no to you. Okay, great. Someone's going to say yes. Someone down the road's going to say yes, and every rejection you get is getting you closer to yes. That's why you need to keep going with it and believe in it if traditional publishing is the path that you want to follow. The beauty of self-publishing, though, is it's all up to you. The promotion's up to you. The message is up to you. And obviously, you can work with professionals to bring that forward, but it's all up to you. It's all up to you. It's on you. And then you get to reap the rewards. You don't have to share anything with a publisher. Yes, if you self-publish on Amazon and Ingram Spark, I mean, there's going to be money that gets taken out for those platforms, but you don't have to share in the royalties with some other publisher. There's no one else taking money from it. It's just you and the platform. You can then go and sell the book on your website, you know, and use it to generate leads and opportunities for your business, and gather email addresses and be able to reach out to these people and connect with them and talk to them and learn from them. Figure out what they're interested in, what their pain points are, how you can help them. It's so special when you can do that. You know, and yet we fall short of that. We worry about labels. You know, I think half of the battle with traditional publishing is the stigma, you know? Oh, it's traditionally published. Oh, this means something more. What if it doesn't? It just means somebody said yes. It means somebody believed in the sales potential of the book. Doesn't mean it's any better. Doesn't mean it's better written. Doesn't mean it's more riveting. Doesn't mean it's going to eventually become more successful. Doesn't mean any of those things. Self-publishing is a great destination for authors, and it really irks me when you think of it as less than, like it's not as good. I understand why traditional publishing is the go-to proven model, and I get why there's a stigma, even though it's diminishing, around self-publishing, because someone said yes to us, because, oh, we got the end cap at the bookstore, oh, we got on the table at the bookstore, so what? How many people walk into bookstores every day and want to buy books? How many people are going to walk into a bookstore and buy your book today? Where can you reach people? Where's the best place for you to reach people? When you think about your publishing path, don't think about 1A and 1B. Don't think about, like, this one's better than that one. Think about what you can accomplish from each one, what you can get out of each one. The last thing I want is for you to settle. I want you to choose self-publishing because it's the better path for you, if that's the one you want to end up choosing. Maybe because you didn't feel like waiting 2 years for your book to be published. Because if you traditionally publish your book, you're looking at 18 months to 24 months, or maybe more before your book sees the light of day. If you self-publish, you can just push it forward and it's out. It's published. You get to choose. You get to bring down the timeline. Your book is the one that matters when you're self-publishing. When you're traditionally publishing, you're on a conveyor belt with everybody else waiting your turn. Boom, 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 boom. It's on and on and on. It's boring. It's boring and annoying and frustrating. And yet, we want the approval, we want the validation, and we want to be able to promote on social media that we got a book deal. You know, here's the Publishers Marketplace announcement. Oh, I got a book deal. I'm represented by this person. Great. It's all a big dog and pony show. It really is. It's overrated. I get it. I play the game too. But at the same time, self-publishing is such a great option without the gatekeeping, without the added stress of having to get approval, without having to jump through hoops, without having to prove yourself and your platform and your story and your message. If your message is something that you believe in putting it out in the world. Don't wait for somebody to say yes to you. Just believe in it and do it and push it forward. And it's going to be amazing to be able to reap the rewards from that. So don't worry about should you self-publish your first book. I want you to think about the best destination for your first book, the goals that you have for the book, the platform that you're coming in with, the message that you're sharing, and all of these things together, because all of these things together are going to dictate the best path for you. It's not so much of, is this my first book? It could be amazing. I just want you to choose the right path for yourself instead of feeling any less than if you end up self-publishing. If you want to learn more about should you self-publish your first book, I would love to talk to you. I'd love to set up a call and have a conversation and just explore your story and your message and offer any tips I can. So if you're interested in talking, head to my website. It's goodghostwriter.com, goodghostwriter.com. You can click the link below and let's talk. Remember, a good book can change your life. I'm Dan Good. Thanks for watching.